I mean, it's Cooper Rush worth 2.5 points? I would hope Quinn Ewers put up a decent stat line against Arizona State. If he didn't, we have a real problem.
You can say the same thing about Creighton. Okay, they had the one good game against Kansas at home.
When Toast talks about the kicking market, it's like some earth is flat shit. Andy, true or false, this is going to be a dog walking.
Dog walking. This is my dog walking of the day. I think it's going to be very ugly. Dog walking. I think this is going to be ugly.
Hey, get this sword.
Good day in baseball.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday morning to you all, or tonight if you're with us. Happy or good night to you all. I actually had a bad day on the diamond, decent day on the kicking props. 2-1 on the kicking props. Man, that Chase McLaughlin, that was just absolutely terrible. But yeah, it's good to see everybody. How was everybody's day today? Spoon, we'll kick it off with you. How was your day, brother?
I'm looking at like 3+ units right now. I do have the Raiders plus 3.5. That's about dead, so that's probably going to cost me a little bit. But good day overall between baseball and football. Excited about it. Got in a couple live bets that really helped me out. That under in the first game was just free after those first couple touchdowns.
Yeah, that was a nice one. Kyle posted that in the Discord too. That was a nice one. TV Jones, how have you been, my friend?
Great. I had the over in that first game, so absolutely awesome. No offense for 35 straight minutes. That was sick. But Chargers first half, Chargers game, and then over 3.5 field goals in the DGen same game parlay. So,
and the Billionaires Boys Club, as we know as the Dodgers bullpen, has just given it up again. Shout out Weston Wilson, a 2-run shot, and the Phillies now take a 4-3 lead in LA. You hate to see it. All right, let's get through this. I got a few bets on board. I could be talked into a couple. Let's get into this first one.
Hold on real quick. I'm putting up a poll. So I figured out a way where I could take live callers from Discord on the show. So if I was to do that, would people actually call? I'll
be hammering that line on a Friday night.
We got minus 300 Sportside Jacob for your first call.
Dude, Sportside Jacob's limited to one call per segment.
I love that idea. You know me, I love a good sports talk radio segment, Kyle. So anytime you're willing to incorporate that into the show, I'm more than happy to facilitate.
Almost every single person voted yes. We'll see if they actually call. I'll try it. I'm wondering when I should do it. Like maybe on Friday night before football. See if there's any games they want to talk about or something.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I wish I wouldn't have canceled my just because I was at the bar all last Thursday. I was waiting to call in and hop in after that Packer game. I was ready to talk some reckless shit.
Yeah, well, you told me you're like you were supposed to come on to react to the Packers game. Then you bailed and said, and I quote, "I've been at the bar way too long." And then at 11:50, you start texting me in all capital letters, "Send me the link. Send me the link." I'm like, dude, I am not sending you the link. Also, I had set the entire show up for 2 people, so it was too late.
Oh, that makes me so happy, TV Jones. So happy. All right, let's start getting through this MLB board. First game on the docket. Cleveland on the road in Detroit Rock City. Joey Cantillo and Casey Mize on the bump for those teams respectively. Spoon, I trust you more. You can kick us off in this one. I'm just kidding. But Spoon, you can kick us off a little bit more. What are your thoughts on this one? Kind of want to play Detroit at home, but I don't know if I can actually lay that number.
I'm playing Detroit at home. I got minus 137 on Bally Sports Bet. I know it's kind of hard to lay it with Casey Mize because every once in a while we watch him go out there and just absolutely blow up. But he has been looking pretty decent of late versus some pretty good lineups in the New York Mets and the New York Yankees. I think this Cleveland lineup is going to be just a step down in competition. He's going to look really elite out there tomorrow. And Joey Cantillo on the other side, the Tigers have been tearing up left-handed pitching. Cantillo struggles with lefties. The Tigers have a bunch of lefties in there. Those reverse splits, there's a couple guys that hit lefties well from the left-hand side in the Tigers lineup. So after a 8-inning start versus Kansas City, where he gave up 0 earned runs, best start of the season for him, I'm going to look to fade Cantillo tomorrow. I think this is a good line to get Detroit at. I think this closes really well.
Well, if you got it in the 30s, it's already closed really well for you. So You've gotten like it's
I
155.
think Bally
across
Bet is still hanging that minus 137 right now. They're just broken.
for every other book in America. It's like minus 155 or better. I mean, you can put up Detroit for me as well, Kyle. I pretty much everything that he said. The only reason that I'm not in love with it at 135, it's a little bit different, but Cantillo's been good for a while now. So I'm not like running to the window to try to fade him. But like Spoon said, he does struggle versus lefties, and the Tigers have been destroying lefties. So you won't have the God Almighty Kerry Carpenter in the lineup or maybe he will play. I don't know. But regardless, it would only be Detroit for me. I don't think I actually lay that big number though. TV Jones.
Yeah, it would be Detroit for me too. I mean, Mr. Cantillo's not been great versus lefties. I mean, he's given up a 3.3% K to walk ratio as last 60 plate appearances versus lefties. I mean, he's not striking guys out; he's walking them, not getting swing strike. He's just not been good, and Detroit's been playing good ball. I don't want to lay 150 though, but it would be Detroit or nothing. I don't mind the under, but probably not playing anything in this game anyway.
Bally still has that minus 137. That's Bet Rivers, same lines in a lot of states.
Next game on the board, Cubbies on the road in Pittsburgh. Really fun pitching matchup. Two of the guys that should be pitching, you would hope, in this league for a lot of years to come. Cade Horton on the mound versus Paul Skeens. I do have a bet in this game. TV Jones, I'll let you I'll let you kick off the next one. It is Spoon and the Cubs. We'll let Spoon go. So Spoon, kick it off with this one.
Cade Horton has been pitching just absolutely amazing. I mean, we look at his last 10 starts. He doesn't have a single bad one in there. The only one you can kind of draw question into is the Milwaukee start where he only went 2 2/3, had a blister in that game. It looks like he's completely back from that blister, no issues. Just pitched to Atlanta twice, went 11 1/3, only gave up 1 earned run, went into the Coors Field, which is just an absolute just desert land for any sort of pitcher, and he only gave up 2 earned runs there. I got a lot of faith in Cade Horton right now. I was going back and forth between the first 5 under with Paul Skeens, who's really owned the Cubs at this point in his career, and the actual just Cubs first 5 money line. I want the Cubs first 5 money line or plus a half, just because I think it's a ton of value. I don't see any reason not to get on this Cubs team. Like, if we lose this first 5 under, it's because the Cubs scored too many runs against Skeens. I don't see any way the Pirates put up 3 runs versus Horton here tomorrow. So this is just a spot where I can only be on the Cubs. I don't want anything to do with their bullpen. I could still see them losing this game in the full 9. So first 5 for me. I already bet it.
TV Jones.
Yeah. It pains me to say, but some value on Chicago. But let's not forget, Pittsburgh much better at home than they are on the road this year. Last I checked, they were like 10 games up at home on the season, and then they're 6 or 7, 10 below on the road. They play better. Skeens has seen this Cubs team a lot, and so they've seen him, they know him. But he's got a 33% strikeout rate. Pittsburgh much better at home. Going to be one of the last few Paul Skeens starts this year. I think Pittsburgh gets up for this. I like Pittsburgh on the money line. I'll take him 132. I will trust that bullpen. I'll trust those bats. I will fade Chicago. Let's pray they just absolutely blast Cade Horton and just push him out of the Rookie of the Year race for my guy Isaac Collins somehow to make a miraculous push again towards the end of the year here.
Do you know what the live line on that is as far as the future?
Rookie of the Year?
Yeah.
Let's take a gander. I know it wasn't good last I looked, but
we're
only a couple
who's the favorite to win it?
walk-offs away.
Cade Horton, the pitcher for the
Horton.
Cubs, but he has something like similar like Jackson Merrill with me as a huge plus price on Isaac Collins, and yeah, it looked really good for a while. It still does, I think. I still think it's kind of flip floppy.
Well, the dude Collins had his kid, and then he just forgot how to hit a baseball.
He's having a kid as a rookie.
No, he did. Well, he's like 27. He's got a mortgage, but
Oh,
he's technically a rookie.
I was about to say, dude, get your priorities together.
First 5 under 3.5. Sorry to make you type, Kyle. First 5 under 3.5 minus 115 for me. These guys kind of spelled it out for me. Paul Skeens has been at Paul Skeens this year. I don't think anybody. I mean, I love to talk shit about Paul Skeens, and I guess if there's maybe a tiny hole that you could poke in him, and that, like I think Spoon mentioned, that the Cubs have seen him a lot, but they've scored 6 runs on him in his last 5 starts, and that's like 30 innings or more. So I'm not really worried about Paul Skeens giving up runs, and he's looked really, really good recently. And then they talked about it. We just talking about it. Cade Horton is our NL Rookie of the Year favorite. He continues to go out there and essentially give you 6 innings of 1-run baseball. I have no reason to believe that he doesn't pitch well here tomorrow. And both of these offenses have been kind of pissed lately. I know that the Cubs put up a couple runs against the Rays team, but besides that, it's kind of been bleak. I mean, they put up 7 off of Jake Irvin. Congratulations. But I want nothing to do with the bullpens, but I think both these pitchers pitch well. Next game on the board, Oakland, or the A's, on the road in Boston. Jeffrey Springs, Connell Early, TV Jones. Let me guess. You like the Red Sox?
No, I like the over. Both these guys just saw these teams like a week ago. Springs got blasted into oblivion. Connolly, this dude's got to be Irish, which is very fitting. He pitches in Boston, but he went 5 innings. He had 11 strikeouts. I mean, he absolutely shoved. But now you're going to see this team a week later. I like the over 9. It's even money. It's juiced to the under, so I'm probably going to sit and hopefully catch an 8.5. But I like the over in this game. Both these guys just saw him. Now they're heading to Boston. I think they can both get hit up here and score some runs. So both bullpens are fresh, having the day off, but still I can see some runs happening in this one.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. You can actually put that up for me as well, Kyle. The only thing that's holding me off is it's not great weather tomorrow in Fenway. It's like 60 degrees with the wind slightly blowing in. But if there's one thing that we know is that this Oakland offense is one of the best offenses in Major League Baseball on the road. So seeing a guy now in Boston and a hitter-friendly park, maybe not hitter-friendly weather, but I have no reason to believe that this Oakland A's team can't put a couple off this kid. And then Jeffrey Springs, he hasn't been as terrible, I think, as people make it out to be. But at the same time, like Trevor just said, they just saw this guy. Boston just saw this guy, and they put 5 up off of him. Boston's been pretty damn decent versus left-handed pitching as a whole. They've had some bad spurts in there, especially like if you look on our spreadsheets. But as a whole, they've been really good versus left-handed pitching. So, again, it would be over for me, but I don't think I'm going to get there because of the weather. Spoon, what are your thoughts?
I want to back the Athletics here. I think Boston money comes in. I'm looking at first 5 plus a half, and I'm looking at just the full game money line. I get Jeffrey Springs just gave up 5 earned runs to this team, but
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Serious question. Why take a half a run in the first 5 and not take a 1.5 in the full game?
The Athletics bullpen. So I know exactly what I'm getting with Springs. The Athletics bullpen can be deployed in one of 19 different ways where I see some terrible pitchers out there. If I get the best arms out of the Athletics bullpen, that 1.5 looks great, but I don't know that that's what I'm going to get out of it. I haven't got there yet. Like, if I get there full game, I think I'm just going to go money line. I know Jeffrey Springs just got hit up by this team, but on the road, he's pitched really well. Just 2 earned runs to St. Louis, 1 earned run to Atlanta, 1 earned run to Washington, 2 to Houston. I mean, he's pitched really great on the road. It's a terrible stadium to try to pitch well in at home. And I know Early came up and just absolutely pitched a gem versus this Athletics team, but try to do that 2 games in a row in the major leagues. That's so difficult. This is this zigzag effect. There's so much value baked into this because I think the Athletics should be like plus 115 here tops, and you're getting 134 here. You can get a little better numbers depending if you shop around. Kind of going back and forth. I think Boston money comes in on this. I think people are going to see Springs, who just got absolutely shelled by this team, and they want to take it and to do the same thing again. But this is only the Athletics for me.
I agree with you on that price. I think a rookie like Connolly commanding that price is a little bit crazy, especially considering the fact that Boston really hasn't been playing great the last couple of weeks. So I agree. I 100% agree with you on
Bryce
that.
Harper just hit a home run to take the lead.
What a freaking game. What a game.
Toast, do your
SeatGeek, got it. Welcome everybody. I just want to talk to you guys about SeatGeek. This is our sponsor of our show, obviously. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app. There are over 70,000 events listed on SeatGeek, including concerts, sports, festivals, and more. March Madness is here. Not to mention the fact there's so many great sports like NFL, NBA, NHL. I love using SeatGeek personally. I've used it many, many times on my phone. I love having the app, and SeatGeek has your back. Each ticket is rated on a scale of 1 to 10, so you know what you're getting as far as a good deal. You just look for the green dots. Green means good, red means bad, and plus every ticket is backed by their buyer guarantee. And if you know, I came to you guys with the discount code. If you use the code Kirms for $20 off tickets to SeatGeek, that's $20 off your first purchase with code Kirms. Make sure you click the link in the description below, which Kyle has for us. So make sure you use that. All right. Next game on the board, San Diego on the road in Queens. Michael King. Is it Sean Manaea still, or they moved his ass to the bullpen and it's going to be... Yeah, it is Manaea as a primary. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Michael King versus Sean Manaea for the most part. TV Jones, what's your thoughts on this one?
I like Michael King. I don't like Sean Manaea this year. Yeah, Kyle can say, "Oh, it's prime time," like the show ponies, whatever the hell he says for the Mets. I don't care. Give me the Padres at a pick 'em with Michael King on the bump instead of Manaea. I don't care if they're at home. Who gives a hoot? Padres are the better team. The Mets are just an absolute joke of a franchise, especially the last couple of weeks here. So it's Padres or nothing for me in this one.
Bad bet.
Spoon, your thought?
Why do you say that, Mets fan?
So I have a few questions here. Clay Holmes, I see listed on a couple books. Is that
I saw? Well, that's why I thought that, and then I saw Manaea on RotoWire, so I assumed that. Yeah.
Clay Holmes hasn't gone deep in his last few starts. Is that the combination they're going to try to use?
I was just about, that might be a thing because they've talked about obviously moving Manaea to the bullpen. Obviously, I'm talking out of my butt right now, but I'm just speculating. But that wouldn't surprise me if they used Holmes for a couple and then Manaea for a couple, or vice versa, what have you.
It throws a little bit of a curveball, but it really doesn't change my cap.
I don't think that would happen though, but we'll see.
I think we have the better starting pitcher on the mound with Michael King. As long as he's healthy, this is a guy I have a lot of trust in. Gave up 2 earned runs versus Cincinnati in his first start back. Did not look bad in any way. I mean, 2 earned runs over 5 innings is a really decent start. Had command of his pitches, only gave up 1 walk. Saw a lot of things I liked out of him. I think he's going to be right when it comes to playoff time for the San Diego Padres. And I think this kind of bills as a early postseason matchup between the Padres and the Mets. And this is just a Padres spot for me. You have the better lineup, you have the better starting pitcher, and you have the better bullpen. That's what it comes down to for me. I haven't quite got there with the price just because of the question marks with pitchers, but the Mets have been on a really just down streak here lately. Obviously, they just broke it, won a game, but this is a Padres spot or nothing for me.
Yeah, I agree. I bet the Padres at 106. I assumed that it was going to be Sean Manaea, and I was kind of leaning on Michael King and the bullpen behind him. I don't think you're going to see Michael King for like 6 or 7 innings, but I do think you're going to get a solid 5 of him. Maybe you get 6. I tend to doubt it. I don't think that they're worried about it, but I don't think that they're going to try to press it when they have the bullpen that they do. Again, that's just my personal opinion. I've read that a little bit, but again, there's nothing cement there. And then let's just say if it is Clay Holmes and not Manaea, for one, Manaea is in a position where he's pitching so bad that they're thinking about moving him to the bullpen, hence why he would be a primary if he did start. But regardless, Clay Holmes hasn't really looked great for, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks now. A decent start against Seattle and a decent start against the Braves, but the Braves got to him previously before that and looked mediocre against Miami, and then 2 road starts against Detroit and Philly. So a little bit of those teams, Detroit and Philadelphia on the road, aren't easy places to go with those offenses, but I do think with Michael King versus Clay Holmes or Manaea, whoever it is, you have a starting pitching advantage. And the Mets bullpen has given up, countless games. I don't think there's any question about the bullpen advantage for the Padres. So it would be the Padres at a pick. I wouldn't continue to go much farther than that. So next game on the board, we lost TV Jones.
I think we lost them.
Well, those Peace Corps, those Wi-Fi's, it's hard to get. I get it.
Yeah.
Next game on the board. Toronto on the road versus Tampa Bay. I freaking forgot. I made a small bet on Toronto today. I forgot to post it. That was so lucky. Toronto on the road in Tampa Bay is what I'm talking about. Jose Barrios, Ryan Pepio. Toronto, the kid for Toronto gives up 1 run in the first inning and then just absolutely shoves for another 3 or 4 innings or whatever it was. The game goes to like the 11th or the 12th inning. And then the Rays have runners on first and third with 1 out, I think. And then a huge strikeout from Caminero, and then whatever. But big win from Toronto. Let's say that. Spoon, since you're actually in the room, what are your thoughts on this one? I don't understand why we're getting Toronto at another cheap price. I'm not in love with Barrios, especially on the road, but I think they're a significantly better team, personally.
My first thought on this is, can you imagine being in a third world country and just getting like an absolute lecture about how good the Brewers are from TV Jones? That Peace Corps, it's got to be working out amazing.
Seen a baseball field.
Oh, he's back.
So I liked the Rays yesterday. I didn't end up moving on it. I thought the rookie was liable to give up a run or two there. Give up a run there early. They didn't end up getting anything else off of him. He looked really good. This Toronto lineup is just better than the Rays lineup at this point, so that gives me a little bit of pause, but I lean Tampa Bay again. I haven't got there, but Pepio's looked really sharp his last 3 starts. Not the best lineups: Cleveland, Washington, Seattle, or St. Louis, and this Jays lineup is a step above that. But without Bichette in the middle of this Blue Jays lineup, I don't think we can take these spreadsheet numbers that we see seriously. He's a huge bat missing from that team. And I think Jose Barrios is liable to give up runs. You got some really decent hitting lefties in this Rays lineup. I think they find ways to get runs up Barrios. Kind of mentally shooken after that last start where he was kind of tasked with, if you pitch well, you have a chance to make the playoff roster, and he didn't pitch that great versus Houston. So I think this is a spot where I could only be on Tampa Bay. I haven't found the way to move on it yet. Pepio Wiley has been pitching good lately. Always has that just kind of bad inning in him where he gives up 3 or 4 runs, and it makes you feel terrible. So I haven't got there yet, but I lean Tampa Bay.
Trevor, did you go grab an alcoholic beverage? That's what the comments are saying.
No, it's a Monday. I take Monday through Thursday off normally.
So what did you go do?
My Wi-Fi just crashed out. I'm currently on a hotspot.
Megan hopped on him.
Yo, Trevor, the Blue Jays whisperer, take it away.
Yeah, another cheap price. I mean, Barrios hasn't been sharp. He's given up 2, 2, 2, 6, 0, 3, 2, 4, 2. I mean, he's been giving up a lot of home runs in 5 innings. He's not even getting quality starts. These aren't even quality starts.
2 runs in 5 innings is good.
I'm gonna say, you guys are tripping. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, they're not even quality starts. So I mean, let's pump the brakes on this a little bit. But it's gonna be 80 degrees there tomorrow. They just came off a miraculous win tonight. I kind of like Tampa Bay here. As disgusting as it is, I kind of like Tampa Bay. And then, like Spoon said, no Bichette in there also. I think Barrios gets clapped around, and the Rays find a way to get it done.
He thinks Barrios gets clapped around.
Mm-hmm. You can put up Toronto for me. I'm really close to betting it. Look, I'm not, like I like to say, running to the window to back Jose Barrios. They make valid points, but I will say, like, the road starts aren't completely terrible. I mean, he gave up 2 runs and 5 hits against Cincinnati in 2 innings. That's a bad one. But 6 1/3, 2 runs in Miami. Goes to Colorado and gives up 3 5 1/3, 4 2/3, or 4 1/3 in Baltimore, 2 runs on 6 hits. Pitches well on the road in Detroit. Gives up 4 runs in Oakland or Sacramento. Who cares? I mean, I don't think he's been pitching that terrible. I mean, he's got a 3.99 ERA, a 1.29 WHIP on the season. I mean, it's not just absolutely terrible. I mean, the WHIP on the season, his full season numbers on the road are better than his full season numbers combined are total. I mean, a 3.57 ERA on the road, 1.24 WHIP. The xFIP's high, but you don't love that. But again, it's not as bad as it is. And on top of that, you have a Rays team that, I mean, has been playing, I mean, I guess Rays baseball mediocre at best, but I mean, look at the right-handed starters. I mean, their numbers versus righties are decent, yeah, because that's what happens when you face guys like Colin Ray and Shane Smith and Sean Burke and this Gomez guy. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his first name, and Tanner Bybee and Gavin Williams, George Kirby. Those guys are decent, but I mean, we're getting into 2 weeks back now. So again, and I mean, it was Hancock twice. So again, it's not, I mean, that was the Hancock thing doesn't matter. But my point being is that they just haven't done anything impressive to me. This Blue Jays teams, even without Bichette, I mean, they're still offensively. There might not be the number one offense or number two offense in Major League Baseball, but they're not any lower than 10, which is still much, much better than anything that fucking Pepio has seen. Not to mention the fact he hasn't given up a run in 3 starts. Like that dam's going to break very, very soon. So we'll see what this money does, but I'm probably going to bet Toronto. I hate it too. Next game on the board, one of my losses today. Yankees on the road in Minnesota. Yankees don't score a damn run. I get 7 from Minnesota, get the best of the number at 8.5. Close, and the Yankees don't put up a damn run. So, TV Jones, can Cam Schlittler and the boys get their swagger back in Minnesota against Zebby Matthews?
Yeah, and Stanton with the golden sombrero today too. Pretty impressive. Yeah, I don't trust his bullpen as far as I can throw him. So it's Yankees first 5 on the run line is how I play it. I like Schlittler. I think he's respectable. Zebby Matthews, I liked him for a few spots, but he's just not been great. And I know the Yankees are trash, but they just dominate this Twins team. I think I saw a stat was they're like 125 and like 45 or whatever. The last, I don't know, like 20, 30 years against this team. It's like a 73% win percentage. They just dominate them. And you got Zebby Matthews and Schlittler here. There's a pitching mismatch the first 5. I don't want to get involved with the bullpen. First 5 run line for the Yankees if I want to play that. But I don't trust the Yankees like that, like entirely to bet them. But I'm not going to go back and bet the Twins after what they did today.
I trust the Yankees like that. I got the Yankees at 158. If you can get them like that 165 number, I'd like play it to there. I think this is a huge mismatch here. This Yankees offense has been very, very good for a while now. A couple blips in the road for sure, absolutely, just like every offense. But overall, they've been very, very good. The numbers versus right-handed pitching lately haven't been great. It is what it is. I can get around that. I'm not really worried about the Yankees offensively, especially against Zebby Matthews, a guy that I don't trust at all. But this is more about Schlittler for me. He's been a revelation for this team. Not a lot of starts on the road, but his last 2 starts on the road, Chicago and Tampa Bay, are 12 and 2/3 innings, only 1 run. I will give it to Minnesota. They have been offensively all right, but I just think that Schlittler, who's been usually going about 6 innings, 5.5, 6 innings, with a full rested bullpen behind this Yankees team, there's no way I couldn't bet them under 160. So, like I said, I got them a little bit better number, but anything better than like 165, I'm all right with. Spoon, your thoughts?
Yeah, I bet the Yankees as well. I took the -1 line at -126. Built it around a similar number you have there for the money line. Zebby Matthews struggles with lefties. Yankees got a ton of lefties in that lineup. Their best hitting bats are from the right-hand side. I always expect them to show up. Aaron Judge. So you get the lefties on base. That just allows him more opportunities to knock in runs. Zebby already saw the Yankees, gave up 3 earned runs, 7 base runners didn't make it out of the 5th inning. I think we have a similar start out of him, if not worse, this next time. Just gave up 5 earned runs to the LA Angels, 9 base runners in that game. I don't think he looks super sharp out there right now. And I mean, the Yankees are just one of these feast or famine teams. Like they did nothing today. I mean, that just makes me think they're going to show up tomorrow. And I have a ton of faith in Cam Schlittler. Young rookie, just has a great fastball, great pitch mix out there, mixing in the curve, the cutter with it. I think he pitches well versus this kind of AAA looking Twins lineup. This is a really good spot for the Yankees to get right.
Yep, I couldn't agree more. I don't think that he's actually like fighting for a spot on the playoff roster because he's been so good. But I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they're telling him just to get him fired up. But yeah, he's been really, really good for them. It's crazy to think that Cam Schlittler would be like a game 2, possibly like a game 2 starter for them. I mean, the way he's been pitching at home, do you want him or Rodon on the mound? I think that's an actual question right now, personally. Anywho,
fair.
I think this is affordable to play the Angels here.
Next game on the board, Angels on the road in Milwaukee. Camden Dana on the mound for the Halos. Fastball Freddy on the mound for the Brew Crew. TV Jones, take us away.
Fastball Freddy.
Fastball friggin' Freddy. He's been dominant this year. Some would say snubbed of a Cy Young this year. Just
No
because
one
some
would say
said that.
lefty
And
influence.
also,
Yeah,
we faded him his last start, and he gave it up. So shout out to Fastball Freddy on that one.
That's fine.
Go ahead, TV Jones.
that's fine. Everyone's allowed a bad start. But yeah, initially, the biggest line Freddie's laid all year, I think, since last year against the White Sox. And he got hit up in that one too. But you got this Dana guy on the other side, just an absolute dumpster fire. This guy's trash. It's a little too pricey for me. If I had to pick a side, it would be the Angels. But I'm going to go Peralta, 8+
So hold on.
strikeouts.
It's a little pricey with the Cy Young snub and a guy who's trash on the mound.
God, he's so
Interesting.
close.
Biggest
Interesting.
line he's laid. The
Interesting,
biggest line he's
TV
laid in
Jones.
over a year.
Interesting.
It's just a little fishy.
Brewers.
Fishy. Yeah, that's fine. We're ready for the playoffs. We're just we're cruising. But Peralta's been a madman. I mean, you look at his last starts: 9 strikeouts, 8, 8, 8, 6, 6, 7, 7. I mean, he's been striking guys out left and right.
Yeah, he's been very good.
He has a 33% strikeout rate for this Angels team, and this Angels team last 2 weeks versus righties, number 1 in baseball, 32% strikeout rate, 79 WRC plus. So it's not great, but Peralta 9+ strikeouts plus 127. That's what I will be playing tomorrow. He's going to strike out 10 or 11 guys tomorrow.
I'm not typing that.
I
That's
can't
fine.
argue that. He always gets his strikeouts. Spoon, what are your thoughts on this one? Muted.
Well said.
Yeah, I agree.
Muted.
Yeah, muted.
Couldn't agree more.
I was looking at this under here in this game. I just think Dana bounces back from that really bad start. If we lose this under, it's because Milwaukee goes nuts and just breaks it open on him. But I think Fastball Freddy comes out here, has a really good start. Brewers bullpen is in a decent situation where they can handle innings. They still have a lot to play for. Like, even though they're in the playoffs, already locked it up right now, they still want to win the division. They also want to get as many home games as possible here with those pocket pancakes. So I think this is an under game. I'm not going to get there, though.
I believe we're on to pocket burritos now.
You can put the Angels up for me. I don't know if I actually get there, but it's not necessarily like that. I think that the Brewers are going to kill Dana, or I'm sorry, the Angels are going to kill Freddie Peralta. Obviously, I talked some crap to TV Jones, but over Freddie Peralta's last 7 starts, he's given up 6 runs, and 5 of them were in his last start. I mean, he's been pretty much utterly dominant and against pretty decent lineups to our teams that at least been playing well. Philadelphia, Toronto, San Francisco, on the road in Chicago. So again, it hasn't been easy for Freddie either. So I will give him credit for that. But at the same time, this Brewers team isn't playing great baseball right now. They're 5-5 their last 10. I mean, and to lay this big number in a game that I'm not saying is meaningless to them, like Spoon just detailed, but at the same time, like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Angels came in here and put up a couple home runs. They might strike out 10 times, but they could also hit 2 or 3 home runs. That's very possible. We've seen this with this Angels team. So it would only be the Angels for me. I don't know if I actually get there.
Pre-Megan, TV Jones never makes this pick.
That's true. That's true.
Sorry, I'm trying to be unbiased. You know what? Fuck it. Brewers -3.5.
No,
Too late. I already
no.
moved on.
No. Next game on the board, Baltimore on the road in Chicago. Dean Kramer versus Shane Smith. Baltimore figured it out late and scored a couple runs and got the victory. They were kind of heavy favorites yesterday. Now Baltimore is a dog with Dean Kramer on the mound. I don't think he's pitched in a little bit, but I kind of want to play Baltimore. Spoon, what are your thoughts?
This is only a Baltimore spot. Shop around, you can get like plus 115. I had to double check, see if somebody important got hurt for Baltimore. I went through, couldn't find anything.
I think that they don't expect Kramer to pitch long, so I think it's more of like a bullpen game. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. I don't understand because he's been terrible, but not that bad to where they can make them a plus 110 favorite. But we'll see.
It doesn't make sense to me. It's only Baltimore at this price. We factor in the bullpens, starting pitching, the hitters. I can't come to a fair price with the White Sox anywhere close to minus 130 here. Maybe that indicates Shane Smith's about to come out here and just have a career day. Just pitched great against Tampa Bay, 5 2/3, 0 earned runs, a few base runners, but looked really sharp. But I'm not going to trust that. The game before that versus Detroit, 4 earned runs. I think Baltimore is fully capable of putting up earned runs on Shane Smith, and this bullpen gives me just no faith. This is only Baltimore. I don't understand the price, and that's what's keeping me off it. Like I feel like I'm missing something important.
I 100% agree. It's only Baltimore. I don't know if I bet it, but I will say, look, the reason I say I don't make sense of the price is that you can poke holes on Kramer on the road or whatever you want to do, or whatever you want to do with Dean Kramer. I get it. But, I mean, he's been at least at minimum above average this whole season. So over his last 7 starts, he's had a couple blow-ups. But his last start against the Dodgers, over 3 innings, he didn't give up runs. So if there's an indication that maybe he's going to only go 3 or 4 innings for whatever reason that may be, and then you're going to have, 5 or 6 innings of the Baltimore bullpen, then maybe that makes sense with the price, because I will say Shane Smith at home has been pretty damn good. Starts against Tampa Bay, the Yankees and Detroit, the Royals and Detroit. And he's given up 2 runs total in all those starts. So he's been very, very good at home. You could put up Baltimore for me. I think it could be a sneaky under spot too, but I don't know if I could actually get there with the under. I don't know if I could actually get there with the under with the volatility of both of these bullpens. So, TV Jones.
Yeah, I like the White Sox over 3.5. Kramer's been getting hit up. He hasn't gone deep, and then we're going to get this bullpen. Wind is blowing out tomorrow here in the Windy City, 6 miles an hour. It's going to be 77 degrees first pitch. And the kicker, $5 Tuesday, $5 beers, $5 Vienna hot dogs, $5 popcorn, nachos, burger slices.
Oh, love it.
Or burgers.
Burger slices? What?
Yeah, I misread it. It said beggar slices. I don't know. Chicago's a weird freaking place.
Wait, hold on. What's a burger slice?
Yeah, I don't even know.
I misread it. It's beggars pizza.
Sorry.
Slice.
I thought you were being serious. I was like, what is going on over here?
No. My dyslexia kicked in. But it's beggars pizza. So
what
over
is that?
3.5. I don't know. You tell me. It just says
you guessed it up.
Slice.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I don't know. It says Beggar's Pizza Slice. I'm looking at the website. You got to check up on these promos. You never know. It could be Angel Reese Gillette Razor Night, and we can't fade that. But yeah, I mean, even Dean Kramer's gone 6 innings his last 2 games. I know he played the Dodgers and Giants, but
no, I get it.
The Sox haven't hit righties, the last couple. But prior to that, they were really smoking them. And Dean Kramer's a guy that could give it up. And I think the White Sox are minus 130 for a reason. A lot of people are going to like to bet Baltimore at the plus money. So I'm not picking a side. I'll just take the White Sox bats to do something.
That's the best pick of anyone on the screen. White Sox team over. I like runs.
Next game on the board, Seattle on the road in Kansas City. Logan Gilbert on the mound versus Michael Wacha. TV Jones. Does Seattle continue to play well tomorrow and we can bet them at a cheap price, or do we take the home dog?
Logan Gilbert minus 135. That's tempting. I don't know. Yeah, I know Waka's back, but I don't know.
I'm talking about Logan Gilbert, but they're both back. Fair. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Okay. But I'm gonna have to side with the hotter team. Seattle's just been ridiculously hot. It's a nasty, scary price. I'm not gonna bet this game, but Logan Gilbert at 135 is pretty tempting, especially with how Seattle's been playing baseball lately. They're playing with a purpose right now, so 135 I'll take it, but I'm not betting this game. This price scares the daylights out of me.
I like that, playing with a purpose.
Yeah.
No, I like it.
Yeah. So I agree that the price is a little bit weird. Kansas City kind of started off hot after the All-Star break, obviously, but over the last month or so, they've really kind of fallen off. 4-6 their last 10, 9-11 their last 20, 15-15 their last 30. And you have Seattle, who's kind of streaking, 15-15 their last 30, but 13-7 their last 20, 9-1 their last 10. The caveat to the Mariners and that pretty 9-1 last 10 record is that a lot of those games were at home, and this team at home is like a completely different story. The Mariners at home this year are 48-27 in Safeco Field. That's awesome. But on the road, the Mariners are 34-41. So the Mariners are leading the AL West, and there are 7 games under 500 on the road. So I do think that there's probably a reason why they're not giving Kansas City at such a huge price, because Michael Wacha has pitched well himself, just like Logan Gilbert has. Logan Gilbert had one bad start on the road in the bank against Philadelphia, but besides that, over his last 7 at home or on the road, he's been absolutely fantastic. So, man, this is a hard one. I don't know if I can actually bet it. You can put up Kansas City for me. I think the under is probably the better bet, but I don't know if I can actually get there. But yeah, I think that if the game goes under, Kansas City is going to have a decent chance in this game. So you can put up Kansas City for me.
Dodgers
Spoon,
just tied the game in the bottom of the
Holy
9th.
shit. What a game. What a game. Spoon, your thoughts?
This is a really tough one. Initially, I leaned to Seattle, but the more I look into this game, I'm trying to find ways to get onto Kansas City. I mean, we look at Logan Gilbert in his last 4 road starts, 1 earned run to Atlanta. It's a really nice start. But 3 earned runs to Cleveland. That's a kind of subpar lineup. And then at Philadelphia, gave up 6 earned runs, didn't get out of the second inning. And Baltimore gave up 2 earned runs, pitched pretty good in that game. But the game before that, on the road at LA, Disneyland, gave up 4 earned runs, just 5 innings. I think Kansas City can find a way to get a few runs off Logan Gilbert. I think this game is priced weird for a reason. Seattle definitely needs to keep winning games. They're in a playoff hunt, but so is Kansas City. And I think Kansas City gets a win tomorrow.
Wow, going against the red-hot Mariners that are playing with a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. I might actually bet Kansas City. We'll see. I don't know.
I agree with TV Jones.
Next game on the board, Cincinnati on the road in St. Louis. A back and forth game today. Cincinnati gave it up. Then St. Louis gave it up. Cincinnati ended up looking like an easy winner. I promise you it wasn't. But did you actually bet the Reds, Spoon?
Yeah, I did. That was wild. You never win by 5 runs and feel less uncomfortable than that game.
Yeah. So, yeah, I wasn't sure about that one. You can kick us off on this one. I'll just let the cat out of the bag. I've already bet the Reds here. I didn't bet the Reds yesterday at a weird price. I thought that Littell might give it up, but I'm not going to pass him up here with Andrew Abbott on the mound. But you can kick us off here. What are your thoughts?
Weird prices in this series. Like, I feel like Cincinnati should be more respected in the market than what they are versus this St. Louis team.
Well, it was like that against the A's too. I mean, they were 120 a dog, minus 110 or whatever. Like, it's been going on a week now. So it's just weird. But I was looking at that a couple hours ago, so I'm glad you made that point.
I feel like the market just doesn't think the Reds are very good.
I 100% agree.
I feel like Reds fans don't think the Reds are very good, so maybe there's some truth to that. McGreevy's coming off a great start versus Seattle, just 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run, didn't walk anybody, just a few hits. This is a rookie that I really like in a lot of situations where he's in a pitcher-friendly park. I'd like to back him in St. Louis. I consider this to be a pretty pitcher friendly environment here tomorrow. I think he can pitch decent versus Cincinnati. And on the opposite side, I think Andrew Abbott comes out there and pitches really well. This is just an under for me. I don't know what to make of this price. I was on Cincinnati today. It came through, but I don't think the bats show up like they did today. This is an under.
What would you make the game? Spoon, where would you put it? Like Reds minus 125, 130?
So Andrew Abbott is on the mound. This guy's got a 3.14 ERA on the road full season. McGreevy's a rookie that, I mean, he's looked decent at certain situations, but at home he's got a 6.07 ERA. This is a probably minus 130 red spot if I'm making this line myself.
Yes. 100% agree. I'd agree with what Kyle pitched in earlier about the market just not respecting the Reds, because I mentioned that before, that I thought this Reds price yesterday, I thought the Reds price was weird, but I talked about the prices that they were against in the A's series. And you have Andrew Abbott, who I will give you hasn't been at least over his last 7 starts, the Andrew Abbott that has like the 2.79 ERA and doesn't give up any runs at all. But a lot of his stuff has been like a couple bad road starts against Arizona and Chicago. But he really cleaned things up in San Diego, where he went 8 innings and only gave up a run. He has really good history against this St. Louis team. He's pitched against them twice this year already, went 12 total innings, only given up 3 runs. Not to mention the fact that Wilson Contreras left the game today. Or I'm sorry, the other Contreras, what's his name? It is Wilson Contreras. Anyway, he left the game today, which is obviously a first baseman, but a decent bat for St. Louis, and they already lost Mason Wind before, so that's 2 starters most likely are going to be out of the lineup for them. And as Spoon touched on, Michael McGreevy has been pretty solid this year, but not at home, not nearly at home. And those lineups he gave up runs to, San Francisco, Pittsburgh, and Colorado. So the Colorado start was 6 innings, 3 runs. That's not terrible. But if he goes 6 innings and gives up 3 runs to this Reds team with Andrew Abbott on the mound, the Reds are going to win this baseball game. So I bet the Reds at minus 102, excuse me. It's already up to 115. I think it's only going to continue to climb.
The game's going to extras, Phillies, Dodgers.
TV Jones.
I want to bet Cincinnati. This price is weird. St. Louis has been, getting the lefties. I mean, you look at this, they've gotten 3-2, 2-7, 5-0, 3-3, 5-3. Like, they've been hitting lefties as of late, and they've seen Abbott a fair amount. I mean, he's got a sub 18% strikeout rate, 11% walk rate historically versus this team. 449 expected slug, 277 expected batting average. All numbers higher than what he has currently versus lineup. Reds used a fair amount out of their bullpen. Cardinals used a fair amount out of their bullpen too. Reds though, it's that roller coaster team. They just put up 11 tonight. I mean, they could just keep it rolling. Me the over 8 in this one. I think the Cardinals can get some off of Abbott, and I think Cincinnati's not going to have an issue with McGreevy, especially they just saw him a week or 2 ago too. So a little bit of familiarity. Both these teams have seen these guys a decent amount. So over 8 for me.
Next game on the board, another one of my losses, but not my fault. I got mushed in this one. Texas on the road in Houston. Merrill Kelly, AJ Blach on the mound.
Did Jordan die today?
Kind of. It looked like it. In the first inning, Jack Leiter threw a ball to first, went over the guy's head, and Jordan scored from first. But doing that, you had the big man running. He stepped on the base wrong. He's not talking to reporters until he knows what his injury is. So he's going to see an MRI or have an MRI. I would be almost positive he's not playing tomorrow. You could 99% that he's not playing tomorrow. So anyway, Spoon, you can kick us off here. What are your thoughts on this one? Do we have a line?
I don't think we have a line.
I was just going to say, I think it just popped up. Texas is minus 135. So going off of that, just on the spot, Spoon, what are your quick thoughts?
So I think that implies Javier is the starter for Houston, kind of going back and forth between who could be the starter for this. It makes it a little difficult because there wasn't that information just an hour ago or so. But I was on Houston today. Felt like I got lucky with it after Alvarez left the game. It's such a crucial part to that lineup, having him in the middle of it. I think I could only be on Texas here tomorrow. Javier, every time he goes out there, gives up runs. I know Houston scores runs when he plays, but Merrill Kelly's been really good. Not coming off a great start at all. Gave up 10 hits to Milwaukee. Whenever I see a good pitcher have a bad start, I just, in my mind, know they're going to come back and right that wrong and find a way to pitch well. So this is only Texas for me here tomorrow.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't. I also Merrill Kelly just pitched against this Houston team and looked fantastic. So it would only be Texas for me. I do want to look a little bit more at Houston. TV Jones, do you have any quick thoughts on this one?
Yeah, Rangers up for me too. Just reiterating everything Spoon said. Merrill Kelly, I like a lot more. Javier, not a huge fan of his. And then you lose Jordan today, which seemingly he's dead based on everything I saw on Twitter. So prayers up and RIP for him. But yeah, it would just be Texas or nothing. Like quietly, their offense has been decent as of late. The Brewers pitching staff really woke up those bats. I know they didn't look amazing the other game against the Mets, but they've been scoring some runs as of late, so it would be Texas or nothing.
Fair enough. Next game on the board, Miami on the road in Colorado. Yuri Perez, Kyle Freeland. Spoon, you can kick us off with this one. I think you've already bet this, right?
Yeah, I took an over 9.5 minus 120 in this game. I just feel like it's a really bad number. I think Fanatics and Hard Rock are still hanging something similar to this. I get Yuri Perez is a really good pitcher at times, but I mean, we put him in Coors Field. I'm not going to be surprised at all to see him give up 4 earned runs to this Colorado lineup. And Kyle Freeland, he's had some spots this season where he's pitched pretty well at home, and his last couple of games have been absolutely lights out versus the Padres and the Dodgers. But I mean, he's one of those guys that steps up to competition. We're now lowering the bar. I feel like he finds a way to give up some runs here to Miami tomorrow. And this Miami team has been killing bullpens all season. There's nobody in this Colorado bullpen that I fear that much. I think this over is very live. Even at 10 where it's at now, I see 10.5s on the board. I see a lot of runs in this game tomorrow.
TV Jones?
Yeah, I'm with him. Over. Rockies team total over. I mean, Yuri Perez has not looked good. His last 60 plate appearances versus righties. 515 xFIP, a 15% strikeout rate, 10% walk rate, 20% whiff, not good. 55% first pitch strike, 47% hard hit, 9% barrel. I mean, he's given up a lot of hard hit, and now you're going into Colorado in the elevation, and this team's been, they're not amazing, but they can hit, and I'm getting even money over 4.5. If Colorado scores 5, this game goes over, so it would be over. Rockies team total over, anything like that would be how I play this. And let's not act like Yuri Perez has been good as of late too. He had that little stretch in the middle of the season where he was pretty good, but other than that, he's been pretty ugly.
Yeah, it would only be the Rockies for me. I think that both of these teams are bad. Obviously, the Rockies are one of the worst, and I'm well aware that the Miami has a significantly better record. But as far as betting value and wise, it's really hard to really love betting on these teams. But I will say that Yuri Perez has been average as of late. And Kyle Freeland at home has been pretty damn decent. Looked fantastic against the Padres and looked pretty damn decent against the Dodgers. So the Dodgers start only 4 innings. Again, I'm kind of cherry picking a little bit of numbers, but he did pitch against this Miami team on the road earlier this year. Went 6 1/3 innings, didn't give up any earned runs, and faced this team last year at home. And only gave up 2 runs over 6 innings. So, I think that Colorado has a decent chance to win this baseball game. So do I bet Colorado at plus 120? Maybe not, but it would only be Colorado for me. Next game on the board. Do we have lines for this one yet? Let me see. Mine's loading right now, so hold on one second. I know this is great thinking television, so I don't see it. I don't see any lines for this.
So
no.
the total is set at 7.5 right now. It's lined -110 to -116 for the LA Dodgers, and Philadelphia is sitting at
We're on
plus 100.
Giants.
No, we're on Giants.
Oh, my bad.
All right,
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll skip to that one.
I was gonna say you let me hang in the whole time and you had the number. No, I'm just kidding. You didn't. Okay, last game on the board. Phillies on the road in Dodger Stadium. Christopher Sanchez on the mound versus Shohei Ohtani. Spoon, you can kick us off with this one. Yeah, what are your thoughts? I mean, two huge names. Phillies get one in the top of the 10th, so it's 6-5 going to the bottom of the 10th. I don't know who the Dodgers are bringing out, but regardless, what are your thoughts?
It's Ohtani on the mound. I feel like the Dodgers are always overpriced when he comes out there and starts. He demands like ace quality numbers, and he doesn't put those numbers up. I think Philadelphia finds a way to get a couple runs off Ohtani, and this Dodgers bullpen doesn't scare me. I think this is a Philadelphia money line spot all the way. You can get plus money on it right around plus 100. This is only Philadelphia for me. I know the Dodgers are very capable of winning this game at home, but Sanchez is a Cy Young candidate facing a lineup that's struggled to score runs for months now. So this is Philadelphia or nothing.
The bats have woken up in LA, unfortunately, a little bit, but they might lose tonight. TV Jones, what are your thoughts? I'm really torn here. I will say, I know that, the Phillies have essentially had the division locked up for a week now or so, but if they win tonight, it's official. Does that change your mind at all about anything?
Me? No. No, you're going to give me Sanchez at basically even money. I got to play that. There's a little bit of, well, you're getting Ohtani on the other side. Everyone's going to like that. Oh, Ohtani. And you've already said it, the Billionaire Boys Club and that bullpen whenever they come in. No bueno, not good. Yes, their bats have woken up, but Philly's bats have already been woken up. So it would only be Philly for me too. I mean, this is a even money with Chris Sanchez. You got to play it. That's a plus EV move, right? I mean, you get this all day of the year. It's EV. Come on, you got to play that. Phillies money line. Let's go.
TV. Dodgers win this game.
Yeah, I kind of want to play the Dodgers. I was leaning the Dodgers today. I didn't end up getting there. And to answer your EV bet, I don't know, probably Trevor. They're like 20-8 when he starts. So if you bet him all the time, and you're not going to get him at this number, but yeah, I get it. Okay, so the Ohtani thing, him as a starter, hasn't been the Ohtani that we knew in like 2022. But I mean, over 1, 2, 3, 4, let's call it 7 last 7 starts, continuing to work up his pitch load and pitch count. But more than anything, it's you have him getting blown up in Colorado, whatever, and then get blown up back in LA or in Disneyland. Maybe he was just a little extra comfortable. But besides that, he has been decent. So the question is, for me, is what are you going to get out of this Dodgers bullpen? But I think that personally, especially if the Phillies win and truly clinch the division, I don't know if it truly matters, but out in LA, maybe they have a couple of guys sitting tomorrow now that it's actually official. I don't know who actually would sit or whatever, but it wouldn't be surprised me if you saw a Phillies line or B squad tomorrow. And then Ohtani go 5 or 6 innings, and then they let guys let the bullpen do their job or try to do their job. So again, like they said, it's really hard to trust this Dodgers bullpen right now. I've been literally telling you guys since he signed, Tanner Scott is not a closer. And it just keeps on showing itself over and over and over again. So it would only be the Dodgers for me though, unfortunately.
All right. Well, you guys can leave. I'm just going to show the college football spreadsheets and go through it real quick. I'll post something in the Discord where really go through it. But for those of you that are interested, here they are. I'll talk to you guys later, by the way. You guys don't like to hang out while I do this. All right. So I got rid of the offensive line stuff because it was just a little bit extra. So I kept it simple because I think people want data, but they also want it simple. Do we want to pick a different game? Let's just what game you know what, whatever. I already have. Is there a better game to choose? One sec. Nah, whatever. Let's just use that one. All right, so pace, run frequency, pass frequency, that's pretty straightforward. Success rate and PPA, that's the same thing as EPA. For some reason in college football, it's PPA. Same thing, predicted points added. Overall rushing, passing, defense, overall run defense, pass defense, same thing, flip it around. Quarterback, this is their numbers when blitzed. Quarterback rating, yards per attempt, turnover-worthy plays. So this is, they put the ball in harm's way. So that's when blitzed, when pressured, from a clean pocket. This is time to throw. This is important. Some quarterbacks get the ball out quicker than others. So that's here. And then on the other side, it's obviously the opposing defense, how frequently they blitz, how frequently they pressure the quarterback, and their pass rush grade on the season. So this is from this one right here is from This is Pro Football Focus's rating for their pass rush. That's what this big number is. Same thing, flipped around. So this is identical to this, just flipped around. Big plays. So obviously we got offense versus defense, defense versus offense. Now what these are: explosive play percentage. You guys know what explosive plays are. You don't need me to tell you, but explosive play percentage. So how frequently do they break big plays? Then the Utah defense, explosive plays allowed. So how frequently do they allow big plays? Havoc is a big play on the defensive side. So an interception, a sack, a tackle for a loss, like a momentum shifting play defensively. So this is how frequently they allow the defense to make a big play. And then this is the defense, how frequently do they create those big plays? Same thing flipped around. So this is all like big plays. That's what this whole section is. Game logs, this is just ATS cover, over-unders over here. You can't really see it. Let me actually stretch it out. This is pretty straightforward. Just results. Results for the other team. Offense, ready? So yards per pass attempt, success rate per dropback, PSR, passing success rate. It's actually called success rate per dropback. So yards per pass attempt, success rate per dropback, yards per carry, success rate per rush. That's what is in here in the Texas Tech offense. Here's the quarterback. Passer rating, blitz. That is the percentage of his dropbacks that he was pressured on. So in this case, Baron Morton has not been pressured at all. Shocker, he's played Arkansas, Pine Bluff, Kent State, and Oregon State. So you can see he hasn't been under much pressure at all. He's had excellent numbers from a clean pocket, actually struggled a little bit under pressure in these two games. So that's what these numbers are here. Quarterback game logs. These are the quarterbacks. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is Texas Tech defense. Same thing. Success rate per dropback, yards per pass attempt, success rate per rush, yards per carry. Opposing quarterbacks. This is new this year. So if you guys were around last year, this is new. So it's basically this exact thing, but it's the quarterbacks that they've played. The FCS games won't be included. So the FCS games will be blank, but you can see same exact numbers, but this is the quarterbacks that have played against Texas Tech. This is a cool addition. I was pumped about this. I built this up. This has big time throw rate in it as well. And that, why can't you see? Hold on, I don't like that. There we go. All right. Then the same exact, so that's the end of that, and then the same exact tables for the other team. So that's what the spreadsheets are. I took some things out to keep it simpler this year. Thanks, everyone. See you all tomorrow.